ما أخام إيه أشوفه مستكاج شو ما تعرف ولا أشوفه ميزو سجسا يزو تستزو يدوا بح مسامة لهذا شيء ما إزوزو بتو حل أشعله بتو explain أشياء فولي أخام مثال دولي يرلي يخشوا زال سيد يبقلوا زالاج يبين ستوريز يعرفوا زال جولر من نفسه يبار دوكومنت ياردال
لا ما خشيت
إيه
جيب يزوج تبي جاراش كله من ناري يقتل عينا محواش موت تجار ومسكين تلاقي بداش من نار
لا بجهزو ياج حليو من اللي وانا يعرف بوزان درخي بجه ستوريج مينيمم حلي بجه قاربي دير مبوء تايبك اكيد حلي رخي جرا ازو تايبي اور حالات شي اشتي بجه بحليو ما يتنافم بوه الحليو جات كله بجه قاربي أفوفتو ذيتك أبد جيسو قارب أي قارب مسكين جا ولا تجار أفوفتو.
Favorite is either the Mala, which is kind of the invitation ceremony. So when the bride is getting to get married, her friends go to different houses and invite people to the wedding. And then this one is the traditionally the bride is brought home after the wedding on a horse.
التايات هذا سمات هذا وجزء كذا كذا
إذن كذا شيء معناه ناري خوف لو كل يتجيب
نو إلو
أكيد هاشمي
إتزو
شكرك بقينا right way, do you know? Somewhere it is.
هازو برتي هاشوزان هنغوراسيو أخاش جسر يكلمون جسر يقالوا أوكي فريدة الحمد لله هنغوراسيو دو خدفت أم بيده هو خي هلبس مرخ هي أوكي هلبس مرخ I think سب زينبة دبي وقالين زحق سمبوسة أي وخاص خلال مثلاً سري كان كمان بدري بعرف خام الدبي يرسلوا كذا سرسلوا وخاص موت سرخي خاص مخزون موتات هي عشان تيجي هلبة مرخ دنيتش بسر وقالين أنكر يكت يسبوا يا سا تبسين تيجي دقة صاف مسلسل الشيعة مثلو the same thing here سري أو ختيمة لقيت شلين نخايف هنا
وأصلحوا بين أخويكم واتقوا الله لعلكم ترحمون يا أيها الذين آمنوا لا يسخر قوم من قوم عسى أن يكونوا خيرا منهم ولا نساء من نساء عسى أن يكن خيرا منهن ولا تلمزوا أنفسكم ولا تنابزوا بالألقاب بئس الاسم الفسوق بعد الإيمان ومن لم يتب فأولئك هم الظالمون.
So, first, welcome everyone to the Harari Heritage Retreat. We have the incredible opportunity to gather and engage with some of the most respected voices in our communities and know some of the most highly regarded minds. My name is Hayat Ziad, and it's an honor to be your host for this special occasion. We are gathered here today not only to showcase the rich, vibrant, and unique elements of our culture, but also to share and learn from another, fostering greater understanding and appreciation. So we have an extraordinary lineup of speakers who have not only excelled in their respective fields, but have also inspired many through the work and dedication, offering a deeper understanding of our heritage and the values that shape our community at large. But before we begin, I want to take a moment and say a heartfelt thank you to each and one of you guys for joining us today. Your presence is a testament to the importance of culture, heritage, and is what makes this event so special. So let's get started, and let's kick it off with, first I'd like to introduce actually Shakir Fouad. He is the president of the Harari Heritage Association of the DNB.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. First, I would like to say my message in Gaysinan, and then I'll follow up in English. I know for those of you guys maybe who will not be able to understand Gaysinan, but on behalf of the organizers and also Sultan Mohammed, I would like to recognize our Harari community who are here representing from different states at the same time, those communities that we have here in Washington, D.C. area. That being said, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أنا اللي بهوجي دائما ديجي مع يوزان نسيب ومغني بفيز بكدرة بيتا كده هو ده شكرا بايد الحشازة ما جيسو HHA the Harari Heritage Association Sumbe hoji de katko bekani befite home Washington DC area mdejo homa hoji usuzina جيسو يحني على جيسو بعد هذا قوم بعد سامي دال زلقوقا مسامت ما مديجو خوبي كله بشكرا لله بعد يا شازا ما تو وزارة Harari community in Washington DC area يحني على لا استخدام أمريكا سبيزالاج دالا غازانا organizations in our مكان نفش هذا ودايس نبيهما يهوجي ستيجا يوزي مسألة event ويزي مسألة عربي ودايس نام مسامد كثير درجة تيجا لينا بعد إلما الزوبين يوزا ستيجا لجنسي continuity براكوتا please إتهم يرجعوا هوا تاجو تاشوتا قدر بيأكيبرو ما هوجي HHA as a non-profit organization in Washington DC area بزالما يوزا يوزي مسألة بيهوجي ودايس نام أحد التاريخ ما دينز يبي cultures يبي يتراقبوا مع أحد اللي ودايس نام refugee community وخلق وزارة السيدة مش إزالي وما كنت أخذت بالقارة ما خشان ما أخام HHA سوبي كنت أقولهم شكرا لقبا specifically سلطان محمد لي فيجنو ملحزو فيجنو ملحزو ما هو جيزي مثلا تايبي Turkish Cultural Center بهي كورس على تايبي كنت أزينهم دسامة إلى فيزبي كان لي بزيادة شكرا من أقبا يا شازا thank you so much أحد please give a round of applause to سلطان محمد. So that being said, I'll try to do my best to say the same thing in English for those of you guys who might not be able to understand Gaysinan. And so on behalf of HHA, which is the Harari Heritage Association, I would like to extend my gratitude and say a heartfelt thank you to those people who worked very hard to put all those things together today and giving us the opportunity to gather in such a special event, in such a beautiful place in Washington, D.C. area. Today, we as an HHA or the Harari Heritage Association, we do our best to give our kids the platform in order to foster them and in order to see them grow with their religional background, at the same time also having and keeping their heritage, which is the Harari heritage. So for that, creating such a platform, again, as I was saying, I would like to thank the visionary Sultan Muhammad and also those people who worked very hard enough behind him to make this event happen. So thank you again, thank you, and welcome all for being here. And I see a lot of people traveling from all the way from Tennessee, Memphis, Tennessee, and I see some people from Toronto. And this is a very huge success in a way that you guys have to travel all this just to be here, and we appreciate that. And I'm sure this place, the Turkish Center, has a lot to offer, and you guys will be able to appreciate what you see is the most beautiful area. And thank you so much for joining us today. And I would like to welcome everyone. Thank you for the opportunity.
Next, I would like to call on Imam Muhammad, the Imam of the Muslim Community Center of Silver Spring.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أحييكم بتحية الإسلام. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear brothers and sisters, it's my honor to be here with you, and I'm very familiar with the Diyanet culture. Since I was young, my father, my uncle who taught me the Quran, they always used to tell me about Harari and the heritage of Harari, the culture of Harari. But that's not my topic today. My topic is to talk about the difference between culture, custom, tradition, and Islam. What is the relationship between the two? As we know, since I don't have much time, I just want to go back. When you're talking about this type of topics, you have to go back to what we call Islamic law, the Sharia. So the foundation of the Islamic law, Sharia, our scholars, they build it on certain positions, elements, factors. So for example, the number one is Al-Quran wa Sunnah, the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet, peace be upon him. Number two is something we call Al-Ijma', the things that the Ummah agree upon it. And number three, it is what we call Al-Qiyas, the similarity, and on and on. And one of those foundations of Islamic law, it is Al-Urf. And Urf is the custom and the tradition of the people. Of course, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, after Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala chose him to be a messenger, and he was Arab, he was born in Mecca, and then Islam spread in the Arabian Peninsula, and then in his lifetime, Islam came out from Arabia. It was not only in Arabia, Islam was reaching out to the two major empires at that time, the Persians and the Romans, and the other areas in the world. Now, the Muslims, when they enter Islam, they have a lot of cultures and traditions and customs. That's why our scholars, they made al-urf, the way people live their life, part of our Sharia law. So if you have an issue, if you are a judge, and there is an issue in front of you and you don't have any ayah from the Quran or Hadith or anything that the ulama they say about it, what are you going to do? You go back to the community and ask, what do you do when something like this happens? Now, Islam honors that. As long as, with one condition, as long as that will not contradict the principle of the faith, the Quran. So if something contradicts the Quran, then we will not do it. There's a story in the time of Sayyidina Umar when he was Amir al-Mu'mineen. It happened in Egypt. Egyptians, they used to have a culture and custom that when the river of Nile, there is no water, they used to bring a young, beautiful girl and they dress up to her. And they put a lot of jewelry and gold and they used to throw in the river. They give money to her family and that's what they used to do. So when Amr bin al-As, when he was the governor of Egypt, that happened. So the Egyptians who now are Muslim, they came to Amr bin al-As and they said, what we should do. This is what we used to do, and whenever they do that, the war will come. It was a test for them. Now Amr bin al-As, he gets confused, he doesn't know what to do, and he doesn't want to do anything without consulting with the Amir al-Mu'mineen. So he sent a letter to Sayyidina Umar in Medina. So Sayyidina Umar, he wrote, he took small papers and he wrote two sentences. He said, O Nile of Egypt, the Nile of Egypt, if you flow, your water flow with the permission of Allah, then flow. If you water flow because of killing a young baby, then don't. So he just put that in the letter and he sent it with a messenger, and he told a messenger, when you give Amr bin al-As, let him throw the letter on the river of Nile, which Amr bin al-As did it. He followed the instruction of Umar radiallahu anhu, and immediately the war came. So now the Islam changed that type of customs. There is some customs that Muslims they still kept that is not part of Islam. For example, in the subcontinent, as an imam of Muslim Community Center, where we have a lot of community who their background is the subcontinent, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. When they practice, when a man and woman they marry each other, the Islamic way is the man to give the dowry. It's the other way around. Where do they get this? They get it from the Hindus. So as a Muslim in Islam, we cannot accept those type of traditions and customs. Other than that, if the customs and tradition is in line with the faith, with Islam, there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it's part of the Islam Sharia law. That's why you can be a Muslim and have any background. You can be Americans, you can be Australians, you can be Nigerians, Malaysians, Egyptians, Saudi, you name it. So Islam itself, it has its own way of life. Islam is a way of life. Islam has all customs. And I think the best example for that is us as a Muslim brothers and sisters who came from different backgrounds. We came from all over the world. America is like, there's no such traditions that you will not find in America. And that tells you that a human being, wherever they came from, they can live together with harmony and peace. The only time that problems happen is when someone tries to take advantage of another person. Islam teaches us equality. Islam teaches us justice. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commands us to stand for justice. Even if that's against your own self. Stand for justice, equality, respect, kindness, mercy. Our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us that human beings, they share three things. Al-ma' wal-kala' wal-mashar. Human beings, they share water, fire. Today we have electricity. No one has a right to color. We know what is going on in Gaza now. They color the water, they color the electricity. They have no right. 1,400 plus years, our Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he told us we share those things. All human beings. He said al-nas, he didn't say al-muslimun. All human beings, they share water, fire, now it's the electricity, and also food. Now, the women they are using to humiliate our brothers and sisters in Gaza, they cut off the food. People, they are starving. They have no right. Our Rasul said that. And the entire land, the humanity now, as we are just watching this and just keep silent. Muslims, they should not do that. We should stand for justice, equality, and fairness, and respect the human dignity. Jazakallah khair. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن أحسن قولا ممن دعا إلى الله وعمل صالحا وقال إنني من المسلمين. ولا تستوي الحسنة ولا السيئة ادفع بالتي هي أحسن فإذا الذي بينك وبينه عداوة كأنه ولي حميم. وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا الذين صبروا وما يلقاها إلا ذو حظ عظيم. وإما ينزغنك من الشيطان نزغ فاستعذ بالله إنه هو السميع العليم. صدق الله العظيم.
introduce our next speaker, Dr. Fateh Kanja, the chairman of the board and the president of the Diyanet Center of America. Dr. Fateh Kanja, I'm going to talk about you just a little bit. So he's a respected scholar and a leader in the Muslim community and was born in Turkey and memorized the Quran early and earned advanced degrees in theology and Quranic sciences. He has served in various religious leadership roles, and in February 2024, Dr. Kanja was appointed as the Religious and Social Service Attaché at the Turkish Embassy in Washington, D.C. Please join me to introduce Dr. Fateh Kanja.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسولنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everyone, specifically Sultan Muhammad. Thank you very much for coming here. Dear brothers and sisters, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome each of you to the Diyanet Center of America for this special gathering, the Harari Heritage Retreat. We come together to celebrate the culture, history, and tradition that spans generations, connecting us across time and space to our shared heritage. Dear brothers and sisters, our center is truly privileged to host this event where we not only reflect on the past, but also engage with the present and look forward to the future, inshallah. The Harari community, with its rich tapestry of customs, language, and faith, plays a vital role in the broader fabric of our global Muslim Ummah. We are here today to honor that contribution, to learn, to remember it, and to ensure it continues to thrive in the years come, inshallah. At the Diyanet Center of America, we believe in the power of unity and cultural exchange. Our mission has always been to provide a platform for communicate, to come together, fostering understanding, mutual respect, and collaboration. This retreat aligns perfectly with that mission, offering an opportunity for us to dive deep into the Harari traditions while exploring the values and principles that unite us all as Muslims. Dear brothers and sisters, we will immerse ourselves in discussions, lectures, and cultural showcase. We will hear from esteemed scholars, leaders, and community members who will share their insights on Harari history, language, and the Islamic principles that are at its heart. I encourage everyone to engage fully, ask questions, share your thoughts, and take the time to connect with each other. Let this retreat be a source of inspiration, inshallah, education and spiritual growth for all of us. I hope that it will deepen our appreciation for the Harari heritage and strengthen our bonds as a community rooted in shared values and a common faith. I want to express again my heartfelt gratitude to the organizers, volunteers, and all those who have contributed to making this retreat a reality. Your dedication and hard work are what make gatherings like this possible, and we are truly blessed by your efforts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless our time together, grant us beneficial knowledge, and keep us united in His path. Once again, welcome to the Harari Heritage Retreat, and may it be a rewarding experience for everyone involved. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
It is an immense honor to introduce Dr. Imam Talib Sharif, an extraordinary leader and the president and imam of Masjid Muhammad, the nation's mosque at Washington, D.C. A retired U.S. Air Force veteran with over 30 years of service, his contribution extends far beyond his military and academic accomplishment. Imam Talib has served as an imam in multiple U.S. cities and military locations worldwide. His leadership has earned him numerous accolades, including the Morocco's highest Royal Medal of Interfaith Leadership, the U.S. Presidential Lifetime Achievement Award, and recognition from Presidents Joe Biden and Barack Obama. Most recently, Imam Sharif had an honor of opening for the Democratic National Convention, showcasing his enduring commitment to serving as a bridge between diverse communities and advocating for justice and equality. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Iman Talib Sharif, a true ambassador for peace and justice.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulil Kareem Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum again. It is indeed an immense honor to be here. We certainly thank our beloved brother, Dr. Fatih, again, for hosting this event, one of the numerous events that he hosts here. And it's really, it seems befitting as well. When we look at the history in Islam, the Ottoman Empire, I believe the Harari was a part of that empire. We begin to look at it in history, and they are here. And that has a lot also to do with our community. I'll make a quick connection with our community and Africa. Of course, we represent the diaspora. We're certainly honored to be here with our beloved brother, Sultan Muhammad. We hadn't met him personally. We spoke in writing and on the telephone for the first time, embracing him. And it is such a spirit that we feel with him. We have a delegation here from Metro Manhattan, the nation's mosque. The members can stand so we can see those members. He's going to stand now. Because we represent one of the oldest communities, the Muslim communities in America, we have the masjid called Masjid Muhammad. Many don't know that it is the first masjid built in America by American citizens, but they were descendants of enslaved Africans that built that. In fact, Malcolm X is the only masjid that Malcolm X helped to build from the ground up in America, associated also with Muhammad Ali. Malcolm X, I mentioned that name because he produced the first Muslim newspaper in this country. And on the front of that paper, he had the hands of the African Americans reaching across into Africa. And that same newspaper would later on be called Bilalian News. And today it's called the Muslim Journal. And because Bilalian, there was a time when African Americans, those who were Muslims, were trying to identify, and we could identify because of the life circumstances of Bilal, his enslavement and what he'd gone through, the torture and everything, and then to be able to embrace Islam and become the voice on top of the Kaaba, the call to the well of Islam. That's similarly what happened to us, being the foundational life of Muslims here in this country. We were the ones that did it as well. And of course, we know that it seems as though Bilal, we know he was from Ethiopia, Abyssinia, but the Harari, we know the language that he spoke. That's the language that he spoke as well. So there's some connections happening with us and that community. And of course, we know that even Ethiopia, that what I love Sultan is doing, we look at the kind of things he's doing in terms of trying to preserve peace in the area and also peace around the world. Ethiopia, we know, as Abyssinia, it received the Muslims. But it received them, and we know at the time they didn't have relationships. There were no Muslims there at that time. And we know that they were Christians, and it's still majority Christian even today, but they received the Muslims after hearing what they had to say about Scripture. Because at that time in history, the powers of the world were Rome and Persia. And they didn't think any light would come out of Arabia, a place that was in darkness, Jahiliyyah. And of course, we know they went there and they were received there, and because of that, it makes sense that our beloved brother Sultan Muhammad would be expressing and trying to bridge communities together in peace, because that's exactly what happened. They kept them, they embraced them. And then of course now we see there's a thriving community, very sacred place, right, in terms of the history, what it represents to us. Sultan Muhammad, again, as the representative today, as the voice today, as the leader today, the whole history, he has inherited that. He couldn't be here without it. And there are many others who are here today. The present inherits the past. So we're hearing things now from the past that he's going to bring into the present right now. He inherits the hopes. He inherits their aspirations. he inherits their social yearnings and their economic yearnings as well. And he's trying to preserve. If anybody knows about losing heritage, it will be us. We represent that because we lost everything. And now we wanted to be able to connect back with that heritage. So we're trying to preserve heritage. And of course, we're hearing that much of that is being passed down through oral. So we'll hear more about it. I'm here to learn myself and connect and learn. But we're pleased to be here. And we want to thank our beloved Sultan Muhammad for the life lesson that we be able to share. We all need to know about this place. Again, considered to be the fourth most sacred place of the Muslims. And again, the more we learn about it, we begin to see that and gravitate towards that as well, and begin to help him and help them in their work of sharing the beauty and bringing humanities and communities together. Assalamu alaikum.
It is my great honor to introduce a distinguished leader whose remarkable work and advocacy have made a profound impact in and around the Harar region and beyond. Sultan Muhammad Hassan, who was appointed as the Sultan of Harar on July 12, 2019, earned this esteemed position through his tireless effort to build peace and foster reconciliation during some of the most challenging times in Ethiopia. During periods of conflict and misunderstanding within various communities, the Sultan's dedication to advocacy and peace building stood out. His unwavering commitment to bridge and address conflict with wisdom and compassion has been instrumental in restoring harmony and understanding. Today, we are privileged to have the Sultan with us as the driving force behind this inspiring program. His vision is to empower the youth with knowledge about their heritage while fostering strong connections amongst people from diverse nationalities. The initiative reflects his broader commitment to creating a more inclusive and harmonious global community. Please join me in extending a warm and heartfelt welcome to Sultan Muhammad, whose leadership and dedication continues to inspire us all.
In the name of Allah, the Beneficent and Merciful. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It is both an honor and a privilege to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate Harari's rich history and heritage. This event is a testament to our collective identity, aimed at educating our youth about their heritage and uniting various Ethiopian nationalities in the shared celebration of our unity, oneness, and peace. As we come together, I am reminded of a remarkable chapter in our history that exemplifies the spirit of diplomacy and preservance that has always defined our nation. In 1905, Ethiopia embarked on a momentous diplomatic mission, sending its first envoy to the United States of America to meet with President Theodore Roosevelt. This envoy was not only a pioneering diplomat for Ethiopia, but also a symbol of our nation's growing international presence. His journey extended beyond American shores to Turkey, then the Ottoman Empire, where he met with Sultan Hamid II, and it also took him to France, the United Kingdom, India, and other destinations. At that time, there was no Ethiopian Airlines or any other airlines, and the only means of transatlantic and international travel was by steamship. Crossing the Atlantic Ocean and traveling to distant lands involved enduring the challenge of rough seas and lengthy voyages. Despite these formidable obstacles, our envoy, driven by determination and purpose, undertook these historic journeys. This distinguished envoy hailed from Harari region of Ethiopia. His name was Abdullahi Ali Sadeh. I am honored to share that he was my great-grandfather. Hosting this program here in the DMV area at the Diyanet Center of America brings his legacy of travel to this part of the United States as well as the Ottoman Empire to life. It reminds us of the significant journey and the enduring connections between our homeland and the world. I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the President of the Diyanet Center of America and to all the community leaders who have joined us today. Your presence and support are invaluable in making this program a success and in fostering a greater understanding of our shared heritage. I also wish to acknowledge all Harari organizations, individuals, volunteers who work tirelessly to make this event a success, including the Southern California Harari Association, Northern California Harari Association, Atlanta Kosha leaders, and many dedicated individuals from various backgrounds. Furthermore, I want to express my sincere thanks to the various Ethiopian nationalities that have accepted our invitation and are present here today. Your participation enriches this gathering and underscores the strength found in our collective efforts. By working together, we can not only celebrate our shared heritage, but also contribute to bringing peace to our suffering nation. Our goal is to expand our outreach and bring together more Ethiopian nationalities in the near future. While time and economics have limited our ability to invite more representatives of various nationalities this time, it is our heartfelt wish to unite all Ethiopians as one family. Together, we aspire to work towards peace, coexistence, and cooperation among all our people. Our shared efforts will pave the way for a future where every Ethiopian feels valued and connected, no matter their background or location. As we reflect on the achievements and journey of our ancestors, it is crucial to recognize the importance of passing down their legacy to the next generation. Our youth represent the future of our community, and it is our responsibility to ensure they understand and appreciate the rich history we share. So our youth here today and in the diaspora, I speak directly to you. You are the guardians of our heritage and the architects of our future. Your role in preserving and promoting our language, traditions, and cultural practices is vital for sustaining our culture. In a rapid changing world where cultural identities can often fade, your efforts to embrace and uphold your heritage are more important than ever. You have the unique opportunity to bridge the past with the present by maintaining your language, participating in cultural events, and learning about our history. You help keep our traditions alive. Engage with your heritage through educational workshops, storytelling sessions, and community activities. These experiences will connect you more deeply with your roots and empower you to carry forward our cultural legacy. Utilize modern tools and platforms to share your stories and experiences. Through social media, blogs, and other digital means, you can showcase our rich tradition to a global audience, fostering a deeper understanding and appreciation of our heritage. Your voices are powerful, and your contribution can make a significant impact. Leadership is another way we can honor our heritage. Take initiatives in organizing cultural festivals, participating in heritage projects, and serving your community. Your leadership and creativity will inspire others and bring new energy to our collective efforts. Remember, safeguarding our culture is not just about preserving the past, it is about shaping the future. By staying connected to your heritage and sharing with others, you ensure that our culture remains vibrant and relevant for generations to come. In closing, I propose that we make this an annual Harari Heritage Retreat event dedicated to focusing on our history and heritage. Such an event will not only honor the legacy of our ancestors, but also serve as a platform for deepening our understanding of Harari culture and fostering unity among us. Let us celebrate our achievements, honor our past, and work towards a future where our community continues to thrive in unity, peace, and prosperity. Together, we can ensure that the legacy of those who came before us remain a guiding light for generations to come. Thank you once again for being here and for your continued dedication to preserving and celebrating our heritage. Let us move forward with a renewed sense of purpose and unity, carrying the lessons of our history into a brighter future. Thank you so much.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله صلى الله تعالى عليه وسلم اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت محمدا الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه اللهم المقام المحمود الذي وعدته إنك لا تخلف الميعاد رضينا بالله ربا وبالإسلام دينا وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم رسولا ونبيا آمين والحمد لله